Hello guys, Robot1 here, coming at you with a new video today, and today we are going to be testing this Necroz deck right here. Now, I've built this Necroz deck because I've recently picked up the main stuff. I've got like a few things missing, like 2 Arc Light and a few other bits and pieces, like the incantations, but I built this Necroz deck, and I kind of wanted to just test it out to see how good it is, just to try and enjoy myself, like, just have something fun for a change, seeing as we do play a lot of meta on this channel, and I know Necroz are semi-competitive right now, and all of that, and sorry for any noise in the background. I have nowhere else to make this video right now, and my brother is here, but yeah, I wanted to make this deck duel with it, test with it, and just show you with a little explanation of why we're playing some things. So we're playing, just a quick explanation, we're playing the Zaborgs, they destroy extra deck. Talismandra searches ritual monsters, adds ritual spells from decks with stone. Free Manager because it searches any ritual card. Candles because it adds the ritual spells. Shrip because it's broken and when it comes to free, it'll be even better. Pen because it adds them from grave. 2 Trish because I feel like free is too much. 3 Vout because you need free. 1 Shadow Slime because you can search it off prep. 3 Brio because Brio is insane. 1 Unicorn because you can only play out 1. 2 Colossus because I felt like 3 was too much as well, and we have the Rota. 1 Rota because it searches Colossus and Shrit. 3 Pre-Prep because it searches Brionic and Shadow Slime. 2-2-1 because I feel like this is the worst one. You don't want to see multiples of these. And 3 there can only be 1 because your boards normally just consist of Necroz Unicorn and maybe like a Trish or some of the incantations. So I felt like there could only be 1 is actually very broken in this deck for that reason. Extra deck, level 12 Mirror. Level 11 Mirror, level 12, level 10 Mirror, Unts, Zaborg, Giga Castle, level 9, Omega, recycle stuff after Zaborg, 3 Arc Light, infinite advantage with Zaborg, 2 Toad, recycle any of your Necroz monsters with Zaborg, 2 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus. Phoenix I feel like is the better one, and Cerberus is just there just in case. But this is the deck that I kind of constructed, and I wanted to test it with you guys. So we're going to have some fun, we're going to test it, we're going to see what we can do, and hopefully we get some semi-competitive duels. I did build this to go first, obviously, so hopefully we can win the die roll, which we haven't. But the deck can also go second, so don't worry. We open... Oh, oh, he is going to regret making me go first. Okay, so we're going to go straight in. We're going to go ahead and just ruin this guy's whole career. So we go ahead and use the Bookstone, revealing the Kaleidoscope, to summon out a Talismandra. Okay. Talismandra will go ahead and get us a search. We'll go ahead and get the Valk because Valk is the best one to have in hand because of it will be protecting our Unicorn when we get it. Now we're going to go ahead and tribute into the Zaborg. The Zaborg's effect will pop itself off, killing off a ton of our extra deck. We won't be needing the Unces anymore. We will get rid of the Omega, the 3 Arc Lights, and the 2 Toads. And I'll get to go ahead and see my opponent's extra deck. No, I won't, because if I did not tribute a light monster. Little of a mistake on my part, but it still gets rid of 58 extra cards from my opponent's extra deck and lets me set up my board. Okay, so we get insight into what we're playing against. I believe the candle and the pen are light, or are they not? I'm not sure actually. I put some of the stuff up here. Yeah, the pen is light. So I would have wanted to use the pen. Alright. So Totally Awesome. We'll go ahead and add Totally Awesomes. We'll be using pretty much all of these. So we'll go ahead and do these. One will add back a Colossus. The other will just put back another version of itself. Then the Arc Lights will activate as well. And with the Arc Lights, we will go ahead and get the Unicorn. A Trish, and a Necroz mirror. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and use Omega just to recycle one of the arc lights. And then we will go ahead and use the Kaleidoscope. We'll go ahead and send the arc to be able to then summon the Unicorn. Arc's effect will then activate, which will go ahead and get us another Brionac. We'll go ahead and then use Brio, which will go ahead and grab us a Chariot. So we're pretty much set up for next turn. We've just decimated my opponent's extra deck with his own effect, and it looks like we're up against a Blackwing deck, funny enough. Okay. And we'll see what happens. So I got to discard a card, actually, because I didn't realize. I will go ahead and discard a Colossus, because I don't really need the Colossus anyway, because I've got the Brio to be able to search into anything I really want. So, yeah. Okay, so he's activating his Simoon, which will then put the Whirlwind on board. Like, his whole extra deck is off limits now. I've pretty much locked out his extra deck, so I'm completely fine with anything he does. Unless he didn't banish the towers, then I'm kinda... Okay, cool, he banished the towers, but the question is, how many towers does he play? That is the biggest issue right now, isn't it? He's got 7 cards left as well. Okay, so he adds the Breeze. Okay. Okay, so Breeze, summon Breeze, cool. Normal summons the Southwind, cool. Like, as long as he hasn't got the towers, I'm pretty much fine. It really just depends on that. Okay, so he adds the Dust. Okay, summons the Cloak. Like, Unicorn is just going to decimate whatever extra deck card he makes. Unless it's his towers, as I've said. Alright, so if he makes the towers here, I'm kind of in the shitter. But if he doesn't, I'm completely fine. And he should be... Yeah, he comes out... Okay, so he summoned the Blackwing Link. Doesn't mean anything because we've got the Unicorn. Unicorn being a very good card. Just being able to prevent the entire extra deck. In general. Honestly, if this card comes back to free, then Necroz tier 1 again. Straight up, tier 1. But yeah, we'll see what he does. Okay. Okay, and he has the towers. But the good thing is, because Unicorn is on board before the towers, it actually doesn't get its effect. I forgot that was an actual thing. If you control... If a monster that is unaffected by effects is summoned, that is actually unaffected by effects, after a card like Skill Drain or something like that, their effect is actually negated. I actually forgot that. It's actually a really old ruling that hasn't been around for a long time because it hasn't really been very relevant. So yeah, that's good to see. So Unicorn just putting in the work again. Okay, so whatever he summons, it's pretty much irrelevant because I've got the Valk to be able to clear whatever he summons. I can pretty much just watch my opponent do whatever they want and and don't even care. So he's got the Boral Sword, doesn't really matter again because I've got the Valk. Yeah. Okay, so he attacks with the Boral Sword. I am going to use the Valkyrus because just I don't want him to attack. I generally just don't want him to do attack. Okay. Attempts to Boral Sword. Won't do anything because he can't. Alright. So now here comes the point where it's like, how do I get over the Boral Sword and the Blackwing? Now I'm going to obviously have to get rid of the Blackwing before I get rid of the Boral Sword, because the Boral Sword is going to be the biggest problem. But yeah, so we're going to Brio. Brio is going to get us the Valk. Alright. Then we are going to go ahead and use the Necroz Mirror, which will go ahead and be summoning our Trish and using Shrit as the material. So we'll summon out the Trish, and Trish and Shrit will activate. We'll go ahead and make the chain link 1 and 2 because I don't really care about the Shrit search because I've already got pretty much everything I need. So with that, we'll go ahead and add a Brio to hand. Sorry, a Trish to hand. And then we'll go ahead and banish the Blackwing, and also we don't really care about the stuff that's for extra decks, so we'll look to more here. We'll go ahead and banish the Cloak. Okay, now we will... I can't actually beat over the Boral Sword in any capacity, so what we're just going to do is... And you know, I just realized because I play Cerberus, I could have gotten over the Blackwing. Actually, no, I couldn't because of Unicorp negates my own stuff as well, I believe. That does nothing. We're going to go ahead and add the Slime. And we will add a spell from our deck to the grave, from our grave to our hand, which will be the Necroz Mirror. So next turn, I can Trish him again and just ruin him completely. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this token because the Steam token is going to be in the way. So, pass there. Yeah. So what's the Blackwing player going to do? He's got a Boral Sword, I've got the Valk. He can't really do much else right now, thanks to that. I've got a Trish if he does attempt to target me, and if he does somehow target me, then it will stop me from being able to Trish him, but I should still have ways around him. So he's going to normal summon his Zephyros. Okay, he's going to attempt to attack me again, which will be prevented by my Valkyros. Alright, so Valk, which is going to go ahead and banish one of our Brios, because we don't need both Brios. Alright, main phase 2. And end turn, okay. So now I just completely kill him. He definitely will die this turn. So we're going to start with our Chalice Slime. Alright, which is going to discard our... there can only be one. And we'll go ahead and summon out our Candela, I feel like. The kind of reason why I'd summon out Candela is just because I can summon back a Colossalist from the grave. But now that I think about it, I should probably just summon out the Talismandra instead, which will get me a Bryonic, and will allow me to just go even further. So we got the Talismandra. Alright. And we'll go ahead and get us a Brio. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and use the Brio. That's going to do absolutely nothing. And we'll go ahead and get the Colossalus. Okay, now the Colossalus effect. And you know what? I just realized Brio actually has a second effect that I completely forgot about, which... bless you. Bless me. Which actually allows me to compulse monsters on the board from the extra deck. So I just have to do that to actually be able to just wipe him out. So we're going to go ahead and do it. We're going to compulse this Boral Sword back to the extra deck. Then we are going to use the Necroz Mirror to summon the Trish and banish the Charit in the grave. Summoning Necroz Trishula. Banishing basically anything relevant. Like, I don't really care. Like, it doesn't really matter what we banish, because we're just going to OTK him because I'm just going to get rid of that last monster. Enter the battle phase and go ahead and crash into all of this stuff. Alright. And that was the game. Okay, so that was the first game. I felt like the deck performed very well so far, but we gotta have at least 1 or 2 or 3 games to, you know, to get the proper area of the deck. Plus, we were up against a OCG Blackwing deck, so it's not guaranteed to be good in the TCG. So hopefully on the next we can get something that is TCG related. Okay, so I can't play against you because you're not playing in the TCG lists, which we'll change to now. Single. Okay, so we're in the TCG. Cool. Let's see what we got. I lost the rock, paper, scissors again. Great. Okay, so we're forced to go first again, which is very good for us. So we're going to go ahead and use the Chalice Slime. Okay, and we're going to use the Chalice Slime to discard and summon out a Candle. Okay, so we summon the Candle. Candle's effect. Oh, it got Ash. That's going to make things a bit harder, but I can still ruin his extra deck. Okay, so we're going to get the Brio. Brio's effect, which will go ahead and get us a Shrit. And then we are going to use the Colossalus, which will go ahead and get us the Necroz Cycle, which in turn will go ahead and use to send the Ash Blossom to the grave and summon our Colossalus, and just decimate his entire extra deck. Okay, so as long as he doesn't have like a Veiler or something, no Veiler. Okay, so he is in a very bad position now because I'm just going to wipe his entire extra deck. And oh, it's ABC. So I am having a field day with this. So we get rid of you, we get like I just get rid of all the nightmares, like we get rid of you. Oh, it's Sky Striker as well, so we'll get rid of the Kagaris. Alright, so Toads, Arcs, everything. So we're going to go ahead and make the Toads Chainlink 3. Chainlink 5. One of the things you know with Zaborg is that it's going to have at least a Chainlink 5. So we're going to add back the Colossalus, and we're going to add back the Brio. Alright. Then the Arclights, we'll go ahead and add a Valk. We'll go ahead and add a Unicorn. And we'll go ahead and add a Mirror. So from that, we have just plussed immensely. And they surrendered. Because like all I'm going to do is I'm going to summon a Unicorn, pass the turn. He won't be able to target me or be able to use any extra deck cards. And I've just decimated his entire extra deck. So just making me go first, never a good idea. Never a good idea to make a Necroz player go first, because if they draw that Zaborg, it's not a fun time for you. It is not. So, another player, and the one time, we just can't win a rock, paper, scissors today. Will he make me go first? Apparently he will. So, we're going to start off, obviously, with our pre-prep, which is going to just get us right into a Brio. And then this Brio will go ahead and be discarded to add us a Colossalus. Alright, then the Colossalus's effect will be used to grab us a Mirror. And we'll go ahead and use this other prep, which will go ahead and get us a Chalice Slime. Reason I'm getting a Chalice Slime, it just essentially enables me to have more resources and dig through my deck a bit more. So we'll go ahead and discard the Chalice Slime that we just added, which will go ahead and summon out a Talismandra. Use the Talismandra's effect, which will go ahead and get us a Necroz of Unicorn. And we will go ahead and use the Kaleidoscope, which will send a Arclight to the graveyard, summon out the Unicorn. Use the Arclight's effect, which will go ahead and add a Valkyrus. And we will go ahead and set there can only be one and pass turn. So now we've got the Unicorn, we've got there can only be one, so no matter what he's playing, he cannot make anything which is extra deck related, anything with a different type, or anything along those lines. So he's used Pot of Desires, okay, are we playing against the ABC player again? Who knows? We'll find out. We are against the same ABC player again, which will be fine with me, because he cannot make anything that is not a machine. I mean, that is anything other than a machine. So if he summons a gadget or anything along those lines, he can't use anything. If he summons anything extra deck related, it's not being used. He is not in the best position. Oh, he has the Afterburner, but you know what? Trishula. So we are fine in that regard as well. So we are absolutely good. Okay, Mind Control. Oh, that's going to make problems. That's going to make problems for sure. So he's going to be able to play around now. Okay, so he summons a Bee Buster. That is going to be fine. I have no response to that. Like, this point, I'm probably going to lose this because he just had everything to kind of just reverse the board back in his favor. There's a Reaperdocus. Okay, if he summons an ABC, which will turn him into a dinosaur or something, I'm just going to straight up let him do that because there's no point in not. Okay. So he summons a Sea Crush Wyvern. We're going to go ahead with the Sea Crush Wyvern and we'll go ahead and activate the There Can Only Be One, so he cannot turn the Sea Crush Wyvern into a dinosaur. Okay, so he summons the Unicorn, which will then get over There Can Only Be One, and he'll be able to make a Buster Dragon, but it will not end. I will not lose. So we should be okay for the time being. Obviously not amazing because we did lose the Unicorn, but he is effectively only able to make one Buster Dragon, which will put me in a decent area. So yeah, let's see what he can essentially do. Like, I'm assuming he's just gonna make a Buster, attack for a load of damage, and then pass. There is nothing else I could actually see him doing, but obviously I am not in this guy's mind. I don't know what his plays are. He could do whatever he has in store for me. Okay, so he's using the Buster, deals me some damage. If I don't draw something here, I'm probably just going to surrender because, yeah, I'm losing, and I know I will lose, and yeah, well, it's actually not game because I do have cards in the graveyard, such as the Kaleidoscope, which I can banish the Necroz of Colossalus, which will go ahead and add us a Necroz Cycle. And now we are actually back in the game because I can just Necroz Cycle, discard the use the Chariot. So we're going to go ahead and summon the Unicorn, get rid of the Chariot, summon out the Unicorn, use the Chariot's effect, which will go ahead and grab us a Brio. Alright. And then we'll use Brio's effect, which will go ahead and grab us a Colossalus. And we'll use the Colossalus to grab us a Necroz Mirror. I'm not going to bother entering the battle phase I'm not going to bother using the summoning the Valk because, well, with the Valk, if I summon the Valk, it doesn't really accomplish much because he can just crash into my Unicorn next turn. So leaving the Valk in hand is the best option here. So if I can get to a Trish on the next turn, which we're going into now, I will just be able to just decimate him, stop him from being able to play the game, and put myself in an amazing position. So he summons the B-Buster Dragon. Drake, and we'll see what he does here. He's probably just going to enter the battle phase or attempt to make another Buster. No, he's just going to enter the battle phase. Okay, so here is where we Valkyros. So the Valk will come down. We'll go ahead and banish one of our Brios because we don't need 3 in the grave. Okay. So main phase 2. He's going to attach onto the Buster, which I think is the incorrect move here, but honestly it's fine. And we drawn a Manju. Okay, so we can just go in now. So we've got the Manju, we can use its effect. If he doesn't have response, yep, he does not have response, we can just now get the Trish, get over this Buster, and go in. Okay, so we go ahead and grab this Trish right here. Activate the Necroz Mirror. Summoning the Trishula. We'll go ahead and banish the Shrit Engrave. Summon it out. Use its effect. If he does not chain the Buster here... Oh, and he has made a grave mistake. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and banish the Sea Engrave. So now he's also going to get Buster's, the B effect, but I am going to negate that B effect because I don't want him being able to make a Buster on the next turn. So now we're just going to battle phase and pretty much just crash into him and hope he can't get to an ABC monster. Because if he can get to an A or a C, Another B would be fine, but an A or a C would essentially let him be able to come back into this game and kill him. Like, because I was able to come back into this game because I had the Shrit in hand, but if it wasn't for the Shrit, I would have been in a completely unfavorable situation. Okay.
Hey, Nicole, tell him he's rubbish.
So, oh, he has drawn Engage. That is a very good draw for him. Like, that is very bad for me, but it is fine because all he can make is a Kagari. So he activates the Hornet Drones, which will summon out the bit. Anything he summons is negated, so that's fine with me. It pretty much comes down to what is the card he drew off this Kagari. You cannot add the drones back because of my Unicorn, or the Engage back, thank God. Oh, now that's a problem. I don't know why he didn't use the Widow Anchor on the previous... Oh, wait, no, he had a Buster in the main monster zone. Never mind. Okay, so he has come back into this game to a degree. But he cannot use the Engage currently, so we're somewhat good still. Monstery... Oh, that's a problem. That single-handedly puts him back in this game. Because he's just going to summon the B now. And then make the Buster... Oh, no, he's summoning back the Unicorn. I feel like that was the incorrect play because he could have made the Buster again. Unless he banished a C. Oh, wait, no. All Cs are banished? Okay, so all of his Cs are actually banished, so he cannot make the Buster. So, I'm assuming his play is Boral Sword or something else. And he can't even Boral Sword, actually, now that I look at it. I don't actually know what he can possibly do in this situation. Because next turn, I'm just going to get my Unicorn back. He has to use it for Link Material, and he's using it for Link Material, so he's probably going to make a Cerberus. Yep. Cerberus is here. Okay, so he's going to kill the Tarantula. Get a draw. Hopefully the draw isn't a monster. Okay. Okay, so we're going to draw. Hopefully really good. Hopefully we draw something good here again. Like, anything like a Brio or something will put us in the game. That is not going to put us back in the game, and that will most likely be the end for me. Actually, no, this is the Spell Revealer. Okay, so we can get back into this game. We just keep finding ways to come back into the game. We just keep finding ways. So we're going to go ahead and add a Necroz Mirror. And we'll go ahead and add a Kaleidoscope as well. By banishing a Trishula. Alright, so depending on what I can add here, which should... Actually, no, should be able to add a Brio here if I haven't used all three yet. Just compulse both of these back into the extra deck and win the duel. So hopefully he hasn't got an Ash or something to prevent this Talismandra from resolving. And we can win. And I still have a Brio, so this is game. Alright, so we just use the Brio. So we summon the Brio. Send the Talismandra to the grave. Use the Brio's effect returning, but... Oh, I could not return this to the extra deck for some reason. Target 2... Oh, no, this was not summoned from the extra deck now that I think about it. This was summoned from the graveyard, so he still has a chance to come back. But this is actually looking to be a really good back and forth game so far. Seeing as, stuff is going on in the background. Great. So he's got the Widow Anchor. Alright. If he doesn't have a monster, he can't kill me. And even if he does have a monster, he is still not able to kill me. Alright, so he's got used the Union Hanger. Does he have a target in deck still? Alright. So he's going to steal my Brio. He added a B. Alright, so he's going to enter the battle phase, attack with 2 monsters. If I draw something really good, I'm in the clear. Okay. So he's just going into battle phase. All right. Attacking with that. Attack me for 2,300. All right. So it comes down to he's gonna make he's gonna make a Phoenix. All right. So I need to draw something very good here. That's not gonna cut it. That's gonna be the game. Top decking situation wasn't good. This was a good game though. Very good game indeed. Definitely back and forth here. And if I don't know what I could actually draw out of this situation, but it was definitely a good game. So, yeah. So we're gonna have one more game. Then it's gonna be the end. No more after that because I feel like I've gotten enough. But we're still gonna go. We're still gonna go. See if we can get a win at the end of this because I feel like the deck is doing very well and is definitely something that deserves a bit of a spotlight on my channel. So, yeah. Hell, back in the day, Necroz was one of the best decks as well. I just remember beating it with Tellarknights and Ritual Beast, funny enough, though. So, hopefully we can get that. So, we're going to just host our own from the looks of it because, well, this is what happens. So, we'll go first. Hopefully, someone joins real quick, and then we can get this last game on the road and be done with it. Okay. So we'll go first, draw a broken combo. We drew pretty much everything we need, I say. We've got multiple incantations, multiple ways to play the game. That Ash Blossom is actually going to stop me from being able to do anything, so I have to pass. That Ash Blossom has stopped me from being able to play the game. So, hopefully he can't do anything. Okay, so he summons a Thrasher. Okay, that's fine. And we're up against the hero deck. Okay, that's interesting. I won't negate the Stratos, because negating the Stratos in a hero deck is never the correct option. And he's got Butter Spy. Is this an Orcus Dark Warrior thing? Actually, it can't be a Dark Warrior thing. Where is it? I definitely know he's going to attempt to assault. That's just obvious. There it is. I let that effect resolve. Like, the only effect I want to stop is the Send to Grave effect. Okay, there's a Solid Man. Okay. There is the Send to Grave. To send one, so I still want to negate that. I don't want to let that effect resolve. And there's a Called by the Grave, so he's going to Nat Beast me. If he Nat Beasts me, I'll just come out. I'll be like, okay, dude, you got me. I can't actually play through a Nat Beast unless I draw like a Zaborg or something, and I'll call that a game because I can't actually out a Nat Beast unless I'm tribute summoning. Yeah. So I'll need to draw a Zaborg or something to actually out a Trishula, a Nat Beast. But yeah, so he's just going to make a Nat Beast, probably pass with like one back row because he's got a Vision Hero, Vion, and Solid Man in hand. And actually, no, he can't Nat Beast me unless he's playing something that is a different hero monster. Because he has actually added a Solid Man with a Soul's effect. So I can just go in pretty much from the next turn without any worries of hand traps. Okay, so it's my turn. I draw for turn. I drew a Necroz Mirror. That doesn't help if he has a way to stop this Candler, excuse me. Okay, so we get to resolve the Candler. We're going to go ahead and summon a Talismandra. Candler, I did not mean to summon in attack mode, but it's fine. We'll go ahead and add the Brio. And he just surrenders. He just surrenders. Because of what I'm going to do is I'm going to Trish and Brio him on this turn, and I'm also going to summon Unicorn, effectively turning off all of his plays. But guys, I feel like I've shown this deck off. I feel like it is very good. I feel like the profile I've made is good. I may make some adjustments, like maybe taking out there can only be one. Yes, it did show itself once in this testing, but I feel like the card, if I'm not drawing it, it's not worth it. Zaborg is a little more worth it if I don't draw it. even if I don't draw it, because being able to just destroy my opponent's entire extra deck is amazing. But guys, tell me what you think of this Necroz deck. Tell me if you think it's really good. Tell me if you think it's bad. Tell me if you think you would try it yourself. I may make adjustments to this myself. Give me ideas of what ways I could actually change it in the comment section below. And as always, guys, don't forget to like the video to show that you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to press the subscribe button to be subscribed for more videos, and the notification button so you can actually see these videos, because YouTube, or it is never sending out notification properly because YouTube is rubbish. And also so you can be watching out for my streams at 8 PM UK time on Thursday afternoons. But guys, that's the video. Thank you all for watching so much, and I will see you guys next time. Robot1, signing out.